So again, I am telling this. So in this, we have already discussed the stack ADT, that stack that was used in the linked list. So that we have discussed only a single linked list. In the queue concept, we are going to do a doubly linked list concept in a queue. So you all know that for the doubly linked list, you will be in need of 3 nodes. One which will be consist of previous, and last will be consist of next, and the center which will be consist of data. So first we are defining a class called define. We are creating a constructor called init, and we are declaring 3 nodes, that is data, next, and previous. So here the data will be, the next will be none, and the previous will be none, as well as the next also will be none. So this is the first step. After we are creating this, we want to initialize that head and last. In the queue, in the earlier part we have discussed in the queue, we have discussed that head and tail and all. So here we are discussing that head and last. So this is the second step. So clear about this? So in the third step, first we want to find whether the last is none or not. Here the last is none. So self.head is equal to node of data. So here the node will be appear. Here the node will be appears. So it means that the first node will be appears. That if suppose I'm going to insert the 1, 2, or 3, the head will be represented as 1. So first node will be, I'm giving as 1. I want to insert in the queue as 1, 2, and 3. The first node will be appear as 1. And self.last is equal to self.head. So self.last, which will be consist of self.head. So this will be consist of self.head. And here, after completion of the first node insertion, again it will check whether the self.last is none or not. So it will not none, because we have inserted one node over here. So it will go to the else part. So self.last.next. So self.last.next, it will create another node. It will create another node, and it will insert the value of 2. So the next value will be always none. So in the previous value, self.last.next.previous equal to self.last.next it will be. So self.last.next.previous value, it will be consist of self.last of the previous value. So it will be self.last of the previous value. So self.last of the previous value, which will be interlinked with this 1 and 2. And self.last is equal to self.last.next. So now it will be consist of self.last. So head will be here. So head will be remains as the same thing, and self.last will be appears in the element whatever we are adding, n number of element, the last element will be the self.last. So this is the concept. So you can see here, while we removing this, in the queue, the first element, whichever the element has been first inserted, that first element will be removed first. So when you are removing the first element, this head will be interchanged, and it will be second element will be interchanged as a head. So if you are having one more element here, this will be the self.last, and while we are removing this element, this head will be interchanged and it will go to the second element. So that was we have discussed in the DQ concept. So temp is equal to self.head.data. So temp is equal to self.head.data is 1, and self.head is equal to self.head.next. So self.head is equal to self.head.next. So this will be the head. So this will be the head now, and self.head.previous is equal to null. So now it was changed as head, and self.head.previous, it will be, now it will be null, because the head value, the previous, when you have the head element, the previous value want to be null. So that is the concept of removing things. So it will be iteration till the how many DQ process that you are given over here, that DQ process, the iteration will be happen. So here I am given 2 DQ process, so it has happened by 2. And here we want to check the count size of the queue in the middle of the program also. The size which will be consist of, the first it will be counting as 0, and self.head value will be counted each and individual iteration. So self.head will be increased gradually 1 by 1. So count is equal to count plus 1. It will be increasing how many NQ value you are giving, that NQ value it will be increasing over here, and it will be producing the result. And it is empty, so self.head is none, it will be returning true, or else it will return false. So printing option same, it will print the first value, each and individual first value, it will print from starting point to ending point. So temp is equal to self.head, it will be assigning from self.head, and here it will print it temp.next, it means self.head.next. So whatever value you are given, it will be printed till the end of the value. So that is the concept of this. So here, what is the object name? What is the object name? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So what is my object name? So you just this you want to do a practice. After that only you want to get those things how it is happening. And this is the declaration of a class and object and the calling a function. This is the main program that we are going to discuss. So I am created an object here. What is my object name?
Q.
Yes, Q is my object. For which class I have created an object? For which class I have created an object?
W.
So what is mean by this first line? What is mean by this first line? What is mean by this line? What is meant by this? So I will show the program now. So how many classes I have declared here?
Two.
Two classes. So one is a node class and another one is a Q class, right? Two classes I have declared inside my program. So in which I have created an object called Q, and for which class I have created this object?
Q class.
Q class. Yes, it was created. I was created an object for this Q class, but this node is a constructor that we are giving an initialize value, so no need to worry about this class, because the node class which you are going to create a template for this particular program, so no need to worry about this class, this node class. It will automatically, when you are creating an object, this class, this init function can be accessed. So why I am going to create the object for this Q class? What is the purpose of creating an object for the Q class? Anyone? If it is right or wrong, you just tell me what is that. What is the need of creation of this object for this particular Q class?
To access the data of Q class.
Yes, to access the data or a function inside the class, we are going to create a class Q for creating an object, right? So this you want to be clear. Why we not created an object for this node class means we are initializing this object by using the init function. This constructor has been called once the object has been created and the template has been created. So apart from that, there is no accessing or no function inside the class. So this, for that purpose, we have not created any object for this particular node class. When you are going to create a object for the Q class, by the use of those objects, we can access this function, that is enq, deq, first, size is empty, print q. These are all the functions that was inside the Q class. For accessing this function, we are creating an object for this particular Q class. Clear? Yes? Clear? So this is the purpose of creating an object for a particular class. If you are inside the class, if you are having any data or attributes or a function, by using this object, we can access them directly. So here, what is happening here? In the first three lines, first 4 lines.
We are adding elements.
So we are adding an element inside the queue. Can you tell me which one is the head part? Which
7, sir.
one? No.
4.
Yes, the 4 is because the queue will be added like this, right? The first element will be added as 4, 5, 6, and 7. So this is the process it will happen. So this will be the head, this will be the head value, and this will be the
Tail.
tail, or it may be a last value. You can represent any of things. If you are giving tail and you want to change the program from the starting to ending itself, it will be wherever I have given last, you want to give an as tail. So this will be the last value. So here it is a head, and the 7 it will be the last. And if I am printing this queue, it will be printing 4, 5, 6, and 7. And what this will happen? Q dot first. Then it will go to the first function in the program, and it will return self dot head dot data. What is the self dot head dot data?
4.
4. Yes, this will be returned as 4. So here the first function will be returned as 5. Now it will go into the queue of size. What will be the size now? What will be the size? What is the size of a queue now?
4, sir.
4. The size will be 4. So that will be displayed. And I am using two function that is dq function 2 times. Then what will happen?
4 and 5 will remove, sir.
4 and 5 will be removed, and this 6 will be act as a head, and this 7 will be remain as the last position, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So again, I am printing the queue. It will print 6 and 7, and after that, whether I am checking this print queue is empty or not, whether it is true or false.
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 False. So it will be produced because we're having a 2 elements, so it will be producing that result as false. So this is the basic operations of this queue. Then you can see here that the queue 4, 5, and 6 and 7. The first element is 4. The size of a queue is 4. After applying DQ for 2 times, the 4 and 5 will be removed, and 6 and 7 will be displayed. And whether checking, I am checking whether the queue is empty or not. It will be displaying the result as false. So this is the basic. This if they are asking without any condition, if they are asking to write a program for a queue linked list, then you can go with this linked list. Before that, I will share you these lines of code. This is one of the simple lines of code that I have ever seen in the net. If you are having any other simple lines of code, you can go with those code. But the thing, you want to get this type of outputs in your program, and if they are asking, particularly they are asking you to insert 10 elements or 11 elements inside the program, you want to do according to their output they are asking, you want to write a program. No need to change the lines of code, you want to change the output. That's it. No need to change an lines of code, you want to change the function calling, you want to change that. So most probably they won't ask and give you certain condition to write a lines of code. They will ask to write a lines of code for a queue linked list, and in that kind of point you want to write this kind of lines of code. That's enough. Clear about this queue? Have the concept is clear? Don't worry about the lines of code. Whether the concept is clear about the queue double linked list.
Yes, sir.
So any doubts, you can give the queries in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and ask your queries. So I am giving you last 2 minutes time for this particular second unit. In case of any queries in this particular queue double linked list, you can ask your queries. And don't worry about this lines of code. That lines of code will come while you are practicing those codes. So if you are having doubts in understanding the concept, you can tell me that. You can ask me the doubts. in this queue and the stack, the adding and removing functions will be there. So no need to worry about those add and remove function. I remove element in mid of the queue and the stack. So that we will discuss in a sorting methodology when you are going to sort in the third unit, we are going to discuss the sorting methods. So in this kind of methods, we can able to identify and we can insert an element in the sorting list or delete an element from the sort list that we can study in that point of view. So here in the queue and stack, first want to create a queue and insert a queue, delete a queue, display a queue, and check whether the queue is empty or not. So this operations is mostly enough for this second one. So this is the thing. So in case of any queries, you can ask me the queries right now. So no queries. Yes.